Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Gayle King with Anthony Mason and Tony Dokoupil. A man long suspected of exploiting and manipulating his daughter's college friends is in jail this morning. His name is Lawrence Ray. He's 60 years old. He was arrested yesterday by the FBI and New York Police Department on charges including sex trafficking, money laundering, extortion, and forced labor. Prosecutors say the abuse started years ago when Ray moved in with his daughter at Sarah Lawrence College in her dorm room. Errol Barnett is at the campus that's just north of New York City. Errol, so many apparent issues here. How far back does this go?
Well, good morning. Well, Gayle, Lawrence Ray moved in with his daughter back in 2010 after a jail stint. He effectively told her, and she was a sophomore here at the time, that he just needed a place to crash for a while. That is when the alleged abuse began.
The conduct alleged here is outrageous. Makes you angry. If you're not angry, you don't have a soul.
After years of allegations about unspeakable abuse against young people he met as college students, 60-year-old Lawrence Ray was arrested at this New Jersey home on Tuesday.
One of his daughter's roommates and one of the female victims in the indictment were in the residence at the time.
According to the indictment, Ray held so-called therapy sessions in his daughter's dorm, alienating several of the victims from their parents after earning their trust. The document says he controlled them by using verbal and physical abuse, which escalated after he and some of the victims later moved to New York City. The indictment also charges Ray with depriving his victims of food and sleep and taking explicit pictures of some of them. Prosecutors say he accused them of lying and stealing, and in response, they say he asked for money, eventually extorting nearly $1 million.
Ray directed his victims to obtain money for him by other means, by draining their parents' savings, and worse, forced labor and prostitution.
Ray is also accused of demanding taped confessions from his victims for supposed crimes they committed.
Are you making this by your own free will?
Yes.
In this video uploaded in 2017, an apparently disoriented young woman says she tried to poison Ray, an unsubstantiated allegation.
Did you in fact poison me?
Yes, absolutely.
The investigation into Ray was prompted by this New York Magazine article from April of last year. James Walsh co-wrote the piece.
These students were just curious, open to the world, looking for somebody interesting to latch onto and who could share wisdom about the world, and Larry was that person.
In a statement, Sarah Lawrence College said student safety is a priority. It says an internal investigation done in 2019 about the accusations in the article did not substantiate those specific claims.
I don't think a lot of people we spoke to didn't maybe understand the extent of it or the seriousness or the fact that it had gone on for so long, but certainly students around campus knew about it.
Now, Walsh also tells CBS News additional alleged victims have come forward since his article was published with accusations of their own that date back to the 1990s. Ray is scheduled to be arraigned in a New York City courtroom this afternoon and faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. And Tony, just one other note before I throw it back to you. His court-appointed attorney has not been identified, so we do not have comment from Ray's point of view just yet.
It's just an absolutely shocking story, Errol. Thank you very much.